Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Disco Elysium where we will most definitely not be shaving. I want to equip the freaking flashlight, please. Thank you. And I forgot what fucking... I was...
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it.
No, I don't want to understand the expression. I forget which button I was clicking. Was it right mouse click? I don't think it was. Money. Hi, Kim.
Yes?
The lieutenant's posture becomes rigid and uncomfortable as
Okay.
you lean forward and sniff the area just above his shoulder blade.
Why am I smelling Kim?
He smells like a man, a perfectly normal man.
Fuck.
Strange, you're not getting any strong ideological whiffs from the lieutenant.
Must be a moral. Must be
Do
moralism.
you need something, detective? Alright then.
I wish I would have loved to know what a success would mean.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
Let's talk to the old lady.
Our tenant, please.
Nothing to say? Okay. Get myself organized. Sniff out. Oh, okay. Sniff out some comrades. I see. I remember what we were doing now. Okay, let's get back to Martinez, shall we? I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? I think I am going the wrong... Nope. Is she a comrade?
Hello again.
Ah. Come on, let's find some comrades. How doth one goes back to Martinez? I have to go through here. Yes, found it. I wasn't lost. Who said I was lost? I was just exploring alternate routes. Can't open that garbage can. Sad. What's this?
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
Thanks for the advice. I'll be more economically conscious.
Very cool. The economy thanks you, officer.
You
Gross.
find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no money.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first hand, buy second hand. Keep the economy moving.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof. and sport. All in different typefaces.
Fantastic.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only 450 for you, sir.
+1 composure, sure. I'll
Gotta
take it.
prepare for springtime, right?
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses.
You like sunglasses, officer?
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things on your face.
Worth it.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Tell me what to do, Kim. I'm too sensible
Are you
for
sure?
those.
But they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
Yeah, no, thank you.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. A UV magnifier.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool, UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
Sure, fine. I'll take the ugly glasses, because I need electrochemistry.
A good starter pair, officer. And when you're ready to upgrade,
Shades
come
of
back and see me.
self-destruction. And let's try to find something better.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster, Harry. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue. Alright.
Fantastic.
But these actually make your vision worse. It's like literally being underwater.
Worth it.
Yes. But they also make your soul quiver like jello. So deep.
Wow, officer. You look so cool. And they can be yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed in a thorough examination. It's a case to him.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
Sure.
A man who knows his style. Much respect.
I like the fact that it takes... I like the fact that it gives Inland Empire, but I do have +1 perception, though. Maybe. Not right now, though. What are these?
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over them. They're the star of the show here.
Yeah, I definitely need those those sneakers. But we are gonna need to sell a lot of plastic bottles to be able to afford those sneakers. Okay, let's try and find comrades back at Martinez. The fuck are you doing looking at the car?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now,
Skulls. Now there's a strong organizational title.
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and on the contrary.
Sure.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
Who are the skulls?
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
One that drank his memories away.
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
I'm so glad you asked.
The question was rhetorical. The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
Besmatine, or the Besmati, the Immortals, are West Riversholian crime syndicates.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Non-verbal?
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
That doesn't sound nice.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
You guys know Cindy the Skull?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
Who the fuck is Cindy?
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
I gotta do it. I'm sorry. I gotta do it. To Zamega! I'm sorry. I regret it instantly.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism. Odd, there isn't a hint of hate in them. It's like they're piss and fuck the world out of some kind of moral obligation. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
So you kids are into hypnotic dance music.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
Be wary of the abyss.
It's nice. You can stare into the abyss and the abyss stares back into you.
Probably because of how non-verbal their mode of operation is going to be. It's a threat.
I like those. Don't fuck with me, boys. I'm one of the bad cops. Just wanted to talk about music, and now there's a conflict of all of a sudden. It's too much.
That's right. You should back off and let silence rule supreme.
This is ridiculous. Boys, do you know why the gang is called Skulls?
Yeah. The skull symbolizes the embrace of death and nothingness, present in all of us. The vehicle of our future operations. Death and nothingness.
They're called Skulls because when you are shot dead in the middle of the street, the skull is the only part the stray dogs want to eat.
Just trust me and follow my lead.
So, wanna feed the dogs?
No reply. The blonde rebel scratches his chin, deliberately not focusing his gaze on anything. He looks very uncomfortable. The other one shuffles uncomfortably, nevertheless continuing to steal glances at the lieutenant's motor carriage.
Why aren't there more skulls in
The
Martinez?
Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Good. That's good. Community organizing.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Nah.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are.
Are you part of the skulls or not?
We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
And what makes you think they would accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
But in a non-threatening and definitely legal way.
Sure. Sure.
We'll fuck the system from the inside later. Just be cool now. The damage will be tenfold.
Right on, fuck. So what's happening now?
Let's talk about something else. Do you know what happened there?
Murder? Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Good. Great information.
Also, he was hanged.
Don't fuck around, I am the law.
He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
That is an interesting question. One that we don't have time to discuss here.
This sounds like epistemology. A field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself.
I know that you don't know shit.
Exactly. How can one know shit? For example, how can one be sure that there truly is a body hanging behind a hostel?
There isn't a body hanging behind the hostel, because I removed it.
What if it's art? Or just a mere specter?
Maybe it's true. The hanged man is merely a prop in a performance. We are the audience, and the artist is hiding somewhere in the dark.
Yes, it's a brilliant work of art.
No reply. The blonde rebel scratches his chin, deliberately not focusing his gaze on anything. He looks very uncomfortable.
What's with the dumbass jackets?
What about them?
Why does your jacket say piss F word?
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person.
Of course not.
Even though the statement has character. And I do like piss.
Too much information, mate. You do you. I'm not particularly interested in knowing more.
The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
The fuck are you talking
What
about?
I mean by this is, we are all pissed, and that the world is inherently meaningless.
Of course.
It
Of course.
seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least one field, even if it's rather narrow.
Why do you have fuck the world on the
Like
jacket?
I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it.
And what the fuck does this have to do with fuck the world written in your jacket?
I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived from something else entirely?
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though,
That is a terrible
you
metaphor.
get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone.
What? What? What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
Sure. Weird kink, but okay.
Hate to admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point.
No, it doesn't. I refuse to admit it.
Is it a coincidence that here we have 2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops?
Hey Kim,
Yes?
what do you think about their jackets?
Leather jackets adorned with immature writing? The ideology they convey helps the boys justify poor choices in life and fashion. I'm not a fan.
Why are you all so patronizing when cool possibilities cross our path?
What are you implying?
Which one would you wear?
I'm not sure I understand you, detective.
Are you more of a piss F or a fuck the world kind of guy?
Neither.
Come on, Kim, it's just a mental exercise.
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the two statements.
Yeah, I feel I feel more like a fuck the world kind of guy.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there.
Are we gonna take the jackets?
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Come on. Come on. Rule of success. I want those jackets.
These guys aren't scary.
Damn it.
You're not scary. I have nothing to work with here. It's either begging or bullying, or both. Just ask them, maybe.
Damn it. I want that jacket.
Why?
Look at the shit I'm wearing. I need them for official police
And
business.
what kind of business is that exactly?
Police
The
business.
lieutenant notices your agitation and opens his mouth to speak, then decides against it and merely shakes his head.
Okay, we get it. You look like total shit. We look flashy as hell. What about it?
You didn't say that.
My clothes make me sad. I need to fun it up. I'm wearing horrible clothes to catch horrible people. It's depressing.
The lieutenant looks down at his bomber jacket and shrugs, obviously content with his uniform.
Oh no, Kim's bomber jacket is an amazing look. I'm saying I look like shit. Please.
Fine. Fuck it. Here. Take it then. I can't handle this sad shit.
It's true. He simply can't. It's called empathy.
I want the fuck the world one.
Wow, I did not see that coming. You better wear that jacket with pride.
Fuck that. You're not getting mine. My dad's a lawyer in La Delta. He'll have your badge.
Ah, fuck the fiker.
No, he won't.
The lieutenant is lightly amused by the situation.
You got a rich dad?
No. He's like a volunteer lawyer. A total bitch. Cites law and does dishes. You know what, cop? Fuck you. That's not what this is about. You're not getting my jacket.
But I want your jacket.
Fuck him. We don't need his rich dad jacket anyway.
I'm not wearing that jacket.
Don't you want to express your individuality, Kim?
I already am expressing my individuality.
It's good
The
to...
need will not arise.
Yes, it will.
Look at this cute shit. How can we become skulls if you go around fraternizing with cops? Let's get the fuck out of here before
I
anyone
wanted the
sees
other
us.
jacket.
Fuck. I'm sorry, man. I just don't like confrontations, that's all.
And yet you want to join the gang. -1 authority. Damn it. +1 drama, though. Can I siphon gas out of out of
Inside,
Kim's motor
you see a
carriage?
set of steering levers, a radio microphone. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
No, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They are also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
Aww. But I want to... I want to expropriate some fuel to do some painting. It's important. How doth one get up there, though?
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
I'm basically also a cryptozoologist now.
I knew it.
I'm not surprised. It's already getting out of hand.
Well, in that case, sweetie, let me give you a small token of my gratitude.
I got a new tie.
It's a tie, Mexican origin.
Amazing.
Pin is an antique, quite special to the cryptozoological community.
Fantastic.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes. You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important.
You've never told me you've seen the phasmid.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Ramblings? Nonsense. Your description of the phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard.
So it's the most... How do you know it's the most precise if you've never seen it?
But darling, I didn't even get the size of it right.
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on. Tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field.
Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar notebook.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden...
Wait, where was this and how old were you?
I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5.5 in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a summer home there.
5.5, very credible.
She just started forming memories. Real memories. Not the billowy haze of infanthood.
Yeah, very reliable memories.
Betancourt got bombed in the war. It used to be quite near, circa 20 kilometers from here.
The
What happened?
strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I've never seen anything like it. I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
And did you follow it?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there, knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Where did you go?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys, that sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel.
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed.
Yeah, no.
It did, yes. Like reeds in a gust of wind.
The way it moved, the colour, how some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession.
Wait, you got a date?
Our first, yes.
The glance is tender, yes, but tempered by something else. A thought she can't express, even to him. Interesting.
If its limbs are white, how can it be confused by a wreath?
Not all of them. There is some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage ends.
And how big was it?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
Maybe you imagined it?
How could she? Who imagines this?
A
She didn't know
5-year-old?
about the phasmid. This is the main thing here. What makes it a confirmed sighting? She had no previous knowledge of the insect.
So she couldn't have made it up, or imagined it.
That's true, yes. I'm almost certain neither my mother nor my grandmother knew of it. It was only when I started telling my story as a teenager that boys would tell me, "Lena, you trying to tell us you saw the Insulindian phasmid out there in those reeds? Get out of here." They just give me a cider and ruffle my hair and tell me to stop dreaming. But I saw it.
Of course you did. Kim, what do you think?
I thought it was a wonderful story, ma'am.
But I don't believe it. A child left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories and then end up believing them.
Thank you for sharing it with me.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own, into the mud, anywhere.
But that is gonna have to be it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. As always, I have been Pope. Please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.